This video is a soft glam type of look that's quite easy to recreate. To start off, I've already kind of done my brows. At the moment, I'm not really going too much in with them. So I've just kind of gone over them really quite lightly. I'm using the Acid Rain blank canvas base. I like to go in with this really sort of quite naturally under the brow, blending that out. I really like to make a really defined line under the brow, so it makes it more neat. And then I'm going in with a MAC 225 brush, I think. No, Zoeva 225. And then I'm patting that all over my eye. I like to do underneath a little bit too. You want to just keep patting this product out. This is on the P. Louise website. So the Acid Rain is P. Louise and Mitchell, Mitchell, I believe, is their collaboration. But as you can see, the base is just flawless. So like I said, I like to go in quite defined under the brow and then blend it out. I like to use, this colour does suit my skin tone, but I do like to use this colour with majority of skin tones just because it stands out. So if you're going for a brighter look, it looks a lot better to go with a brighter base. Whereas this look, these quite natural, so you can just go in with the normal sort of skin tone type colour. Please ignore my dog, I'm so sorry. So once I've done that, I like to go round the top of the brow. I like my brows quite defined. If you like them more fluffy, you can just miss this part out. But it really defines the arch of the brow and makes them look a lot neater. It's really actually quite helpful to do this if your brows aren't exact shape. Really helps to shape them in because my brows really need waxing at the moment. Obviously because we're in lockdown. But I haven't waxed them or anything and they look defined from this base and from me doing that shape. So I'm just grabbing this is a Molly O'Brien brush and it's a fluffy brush and I'm just going in, blending out the edges so it seamlessly blends in. Going back in, patting that base. You want that base to be no creases, but you don't want it to be really dry, so I don't put any powder on. I like it to be tacky and wet for the product to go on. So I'm using the Stacey Marie MUA palette, which is the XL Carnival palette. It's a really nice one. And I'm going in with the sort of chocolatey shades from that. So I've started with the dark chocolate. The dark chocolate shade is called Intuition. I'm going in back and forth with that one, and then I'm blending on top. So this is a back and forth motion, sort of blending between the two, between Intuition, Hall, and then there is a lighter colour called Basic kind of in between. I've cut this right down because I do blend for a long time, but yeah, you just want to go back and forth, back and forth. I'm then going in with one of the Acid Rain brushes and that base and really lightly just going over where you would do like a cut crease. This is a very soft cut crease though, so I haven't done it too defined. It's quite easy, but just helps that colour that you're going to put on to stand out. And then I'm just using my finger to blend it out so there's no dramatic lines and it's just sort of a little bit easier to blend that product on. The colour I've used is also from Stacey Marie, the Stacey palette. It's called Inspire. It's just kind of like a nice shimmery bronzy colour. Obviously, once you've put this on, I like to leave it for a second and then blend out once you've done any other smoky, colours. I'm using a black eyeshadow, which is called Vex, I think. I might be wrong. In the Stacey Marie palette. It's just a black powder and I like to do my liner with that sometimes to create a liner. It's just a lot softer. So once I've cleaned up the area, I'm then just going in with my face cream, some primer, and yeah, I really like this cream. It's really good for all sorts of skin types. And it's the Embryolisse moisturiser. It's really nice. It is a little bit more pricey, but I would recommend it for all skin. I've got quite oily skin, and I just apply a light layer, but I find it really, really nice. So after I've moisturised that in, I will then go in with the Ordinary primer and just sort of prep my face. Leave that and while I do my lashes. So these lashes are from my own brand. I am out of stock at the moment, but I am going to be restocking. These ones are the first ones that I've introduced. I am going to be naming some of them, so if you've got any cool suggestions, let me know. So the glue I love to use is Duo Eyelash Glue. I use the blue one. It comes out white, so like the white clear one. I like to you put them on with tweezers. Tweezers can be the easiest way, so I apply them on the outer edge first, then pull in the inner corner. I like to, what you've seen me do as well, is pinch that inner corner. So A lot of people find real trouble with trying to stick the inner corner of the lash to their eyelashes. They ping right up. I find the easiest trick is to get your thumb and index finger and pinch the lash together. I do this a couple of times and then again when it starts like mostly dry. You don't want to touch them too much. So as you saw, I hardly touched them because when they are wet, they can come off or transfer. Just a little bit of mascara. Obviously, I'm just using my own mascara there because the ones in my kit, obviously, I'd use a disposable brush. This is the MAC NW15 Studio Fix foundation. It is one of my favourite foundations, and I find that this one blends to my actual skin tone, like, perfectly. It is a full coverage, and it is more thick, but I find this one has a little bit more dewiness, so it's not as bad on dry areas. This is probably comes close to the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I do like that one. However, I find that in certain areas, if you've got dry skin, it will cling to it quite a lot. So I find that this one's just slightly better. I have oily skin, but there is certain areas that I'll get spots. And if obviously there is a dryness or anything around that spot, the Estee Lauder Double Wear is going to cling to that area. So once I've done that, I'm going in with the Fenty Concealer. I will double check and let you know the shade because I think it is 9 or 10, but that could be completely wrong. So yeah, that's the Fenty Concealer. Really good concealer, this one. It doesn't look that thick when you first put it on, but it really is. So I'm just applying that. This brush is actually from Primark, but it is actually a really, really good one. Applying that all over the face, and then I will blend in with the same brush that I used for my foundation, which is the Molly O'Brien brush. That she's got some really, really good brushes, and I feel that they are perfect, especially the foundation brush. I love it. So once I've pushed that in, as you can see, the thickness of that concealer is kind of coming out from, you know, me blending that concealer in. I am then going to go and set the face. I'm using the Huda Beauty translucent powder. I think it's called Bake something. But yeah, going in with that one, and yeah, it's really nice powder. It does have a fragrance though, so if you are funny with fragrances, I don't know how it will be, but my skin's been absolutely fine with it. But as you can see, it gives a really, really soft finish, and then I'm just going to blend out the eyeshadow under the eye into the concealer, blend it slightly, and lighten into the inner corners, because I do find sometimes you do get a darker colour on the inner corner of the eye, like near the nose. So I was just touching that bit up. But yeah, the setting powder is a really, really nice. I keep calling it setting powder, but I think it's baked powder. But yeah, really nice one. And then going in with bronzer. This is the Rimmel. I think it's called Sun Bronzer. I just really like this one. I think it's quite a nice colour. It's not too shimmery. It's more of a matte colour. And then for my blush and highlight, first of all, I've gone in with the Fenty Chick Next Door colour. And then the Doll Beauty, which is this, the Like a Diamond colour, which is my favourite highlight. I love putting on the Cupid's bow and on my cheekbones. I then like, this is my favourite lip combo, which is the, it's called Praline from Peaches and Cream. Really lovely lip liner. Sorry, you can see the inside of my nose bar. That is not anything disgusting on my nose. It is the bar for my nose. I'm going with that. I use Peaches and Cream. They're really creamy, really nice colours. You can get like a set of 5, which is what I did. So I'm going in with that. I'm then going in with the Doll Beauty lipstick called Come to Mama. Such a lovely shade. This is literally my favourite lipstick. It's lovely. I have one for me, and I also have one in my kit because it's so popular. It's just a really nice shade. I'm just applying this with a little brush because I didn't want a lot on it. And then I'm going in with the Peaches and Cream lip gloss in Tease to kind of finish off the look. But this lip gloss is so lovely. They're just really glossy and not too sticky, but they give a really nice finish, and they're very pigmented, so as you can see, they're quite light. And this is the finished look, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again very soon.